We very clearly have a theme going on.
Yeah.
Right
Oh,
now.
my tail. Happy Halloween.
Well, I have an orange shirt. You're not seeing.
Oh yeah, I had an orange shirt and then I was like, you know what? It's too warm for my long sleeves.
Her apartment is so cold. But it's
I am a cold person, or I'm a warm person.
And that's fine because your apartment, so it tells with the outfit if she's wearing no shoes, shorts, and a t-shirt, and I'm in long jeans, my socks and sneakers, and my jacket, so, but it's fine.
Yeah, so they are dressed up as my French TA from college, and I am dressed up as college Liv, still convinced I'm bisexual, trying to seduce him.
Yeah, he was something else for sure.
What if he's watching? He's like, I knew it! I knew it!
Hey, shout out to Merlin if you're watching this.
No, because I gaslit him so hard when he was like, I know you had a crush on me last semester. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was gaslighting the hell out of him. But anyway, on that note, what were we talking about again? Oh yeah, hurt, comfort, tropes.
The tropes, but then also with hurt, comfort, the one that I'm really a big fan of is hurt, no comfort, which is just all of the pain with no happy resolution.
Yeah, can't relate, man. I need happy. All right, let's see. I took notes on this because, like, I know we always talk so much. And did you take notes?
Do you think I take notes?
There are two brains. Yeah. All right. So I think hurt comfort is like kind of an ironic trope for me to like. Like I really like. I mean, I started like being really into it like probably sophomore year of high school, most of junior year, which was like when my mental health was like at the absolute worst.
Yeah.
But then I realized like in elementary school, I would write, basically I had these two reading buddies, and after we stopped being reading buddies, one of them moved away, the other one didn't want to be friends with me anymore. And I wrote fan fiction about me and these two reading buddies, and they were all like very much hurt comfort, like fan fiction, like hurt comfort tropes about me and my two reading buddies, and I would read them out loud to my class. Like I would read them because I had no idea that that's what I was doing. I was just like, oh yeah, this is a fun story that I'm gonna write. Hello, autism. But I'm just like, yeah, this is a fun story I'm gonna write, and nobody will know that this is who I'm talking about. To be fair, I didn't use last names, so like I don't think they knew.
It's giving when I wrote a hate poem about my high school bully, and I read it out in my English class looking directly at her as I read it, so like, ooh. I've been there.
For me, the irony comes in though, because like I was telling one of my friends about this, like how like I wrote a lot of hurt comfort as a kid. She's like, well, that makes sense, you know, you wanted to be comforted. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I was the comforter. I was never the comforted. Like being comforted by other people icks me out. Like like not like, you know, like when I'm sick, like I do not tell anybody. Okay, like unless I absolutely need something.
I will learn that she's sick after the fact. She'll be like, oh, you know, I was sick, and I'm like, bestie. Like,
yeah, like I don't like being like physically taken care of in that way. Like when my mental health gets really bad, like sometimes I will like have to spend time with my friends because I can't be alone. But like I don't want to. I'm like, it has to be like really bad before I like accept comfort, which I don't know if I was always that way. I don't think I was always that way, but that's just, it's gotta be bad. Like a bad kitty. They told me not to do that.
It's fine. Of things, this always happens. I'll be like, hey Liv, don't do that. And then Liv is like, you know, I should do that exact thing. And it's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, and the other thing that's ironic about me liking hurt comfort tropes or liking writing hurt comfort tropes, where I am the comforter, is that I am also not at all like that in real life. Like when people are sick, I do not want to know about it. I need to know as few details as possible. Like I am severely ametophobic. I will be an asshole to anyone who is sick. Or in my vicinity. I'm like 2319, do not like, one of my best friends like stayed at my house for my birthday last year and got food poisoning, and I was in hell. Like it was also inauguration day, so we were both in hell. Like both of us were experiencing like multiple kinds of hell that day. But I'm just like, I was like, you can't be in my house. Like I can't be an asshole and kick her out of my house, but she cannot be in my house. I cannot deal with this. Like
yeah, I got play-by-plays via Snapchat on that.
Yeah, and I was like having panic attacks. I had to go like, I had a therapy appointment the day and I had to like go to therapy in my car, and I had to tell my therapist like, by the way, I'm not doing well right now. I'm like freaking out because I'm trying not to be an asshole, but like I can't deal with it. But yeah, like when like even like as so much as a cold, I'm like, do not come near me. Like I will throw a box of tissues at you. That's what I can do if you have a cold. And I will 2319 quarantine myself in another vicinity. So like I genuinely do not know why like teenage Liv was so like into writing hurt comfort about like, I remember like it started with like a story about like my crush broke his leg and like me and my friend were like nursing him back to health and like helping him or something. Yep. And I was like, yeah, and I'm just like, what? Like I don't know how I like was so into that when just like in real life I'm just like, I mean if you're injured that's different than if you're sick, but I'm like,
I mean there are plenty of tropes of like, I've read a couple where it's like, oh, and then they're sick so they in their haze of their fever confess their love as their friend is taking care of them, and then when they recover they do not remember it, and then their best friend slash like now boyfriend or girlfriend. Is it
like the vapor rub scene in Glee?
I've not seen a scene.
That's right, you haven't seen Glee.
So
commenters, is it like the vapor rub scene in Glee? Is that what they're describing?
I'm sure there's a crossover between Glee and fanfiction writers. I feel like that's
there's so much Glee fanfiction. You should watch Glee and then write a Glee and Danny Phantom fanfiction.
I could honestly I could write a Danny Phantom crossover with just the first episode.
And then Finn could talk to Rachel in the afterlife. And...
that you asked, but there's 46,000 fics underneath Glee.
Damn!
Which you're like, damn, and I'm like, that's nice.
You're like, that's mild.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Here are the stacks that you don't need to keep in, but I don't care. Underneath, well, okay, I guess that is a lot. That's more than Danny. All of Danny Phantom only has 26,853 works. So I guess that's fine. But Harry Potter has...
like the biggest franchise that has ever been on the earth.
Just open one of my 3 fics that I'm currently reading. Hello?
Apartment living, baby!
Harry Potter has
645,818
works.
You Glee people gotta get it together, those are baby numbers!
Yeah.
Honestly, I should publish some of my fan fiction that I wrote in elementary school about, I would write fan fiction about Ginger Snap from Strawberry Shortcake. Like her name was Ginger in like Live World, so yeah. She was my best friend. Her name was Ginger. There's literally a picture of me eating Ginger Snap at the mall, and I'm like, I've looked at Ginger Snap with like more spark in my eyes than I've ever looked at a man. Yeah, I like, she was like, you know, so many of my like childhood crushes, like, why did I not realize I was gay sooner? I'm like, yeah, I just really like Ginger Snap the character. I love writing fan fiction where we're best friends.
It's giving when I saw Come From Away, the musical, the first time, and the I don't remember her name, but the one with the short hair of the pilot, she was singing Me in the Sky, and I remember being like, holy moly, I'm like so in love right now. But I'm in love with her voice. It's like she's a woman, so it's fine. Like I can't like her, but like her voice, I'm just really attracted to her voice, and that's all. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I was like 8 years old writing hurt comfort fan fictions about Ginger Snap, and the irony is that the plot of most of these was that Ginger was allergic to strawberries, which is not canon. But in my world, like, Ginger was allergic to strawberries, but she loved eating them, so she would eat them and then get food poisoning from them. And I'm like, why on God's green earth was I writing that when, like, in real life, like, if you have anything coming out of any hole in your body, I am like, do not touch me, do not get near me, do not tell me the details, like, I want to know nothing about this. Meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, Ginger Snap has been in the bathroom for 4 hours, and I've just been patiently waiting outside. To be fair though, in the fanfiction, I was like, there was like one of them, I remember I found it years later, and it just said, like, with no context, I found this page that said, if Ginger does not stop eating strawberries, I will quit my job. But also, okay, I told you about my reading buddies, right?
Yeah.
So those were real people. You know how I feel about fan fiction about real people. We don't do that here. Like, that was a child live thing. We've outgrown that. Yep. We stopped doing that in about the 4th grade. I would also write hurt comfort fan fiction about my piano teacher, Miss Joan, and my ballet teacher, Miss Stephanie. When I was in preschool, and the Miss Stephanie fan fictions were so intense, I would literally, like, first of all, Miss Stephanie and Miss Joan were both my imaginary friends. They were also like real life people, but I had imaginary friend versions of them. I carried around a little Mulan doll because she looked like Miss Stephanie. Miss Stephanie watching this, like. But I would carry this Mulan doll everywhere with me because I'm like, that's Miss Stephanie. How did I not know I was gay? But yeah, I would write hurt comfort fan fiction about like, you know, like they were injured and needed me to help them, or like sometimes they were sick. I don't think I ever wrote like physical, like that kind of being sick, that they maybe had like a cold or something. Like, I don't know, like genuinely, because when I was like looking at hurt comfort tropes on Tumblr in the year of our Lord 2017, there's a lot of crossover between hurt comfort and what I now know is called amidophilia, which I discovered against my will. A lot of crossover between that. They're called sick fix sometimes. Well, sick fix can be like any kind of sickness.
Yeah, because like sick fix are like what I talked about earlier of like
of vaporubtina.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and I was like, ooh, like I do not want to be in this territory. Like this is out of my comfort zone. This is so far out of my comfort zone. So that was what I did like in elementary school, was I would write about these like teachers that I had, or like my reading buddies. High school and later, so like sophomore year of high school, it started out as like I would write like, you know, nursing my crush back to health from his broken leg, whatever. But then like junior year, by like, no, it was like mid sophomore year, I had created OCs. And these specific OCs were like very much like derivative of me and my crush, but like they were not us. But I would still write them in first person from the girl's point of view. But like it was like the character was like so much not him. Like it was so drastically different from him. And I just want to clarify for anybody watching this, it is not the crush you're thinking of. It is not the high school crush you are thinking of. I promise you, I did not write a damn word of fan fiction about that guy. Holy crap. Like, I just feel the need to clarify that. If your name starts with M, this is not about you. But anyway, different crush, yeah. So I made these OCs, and it was like my like comfort thing that I did, but I would write these hurt comforts where I'm like nursing him back to health, or like something happened, or like he was injured, and like I would write all these, and it was like my like thing that I would do to calm myself when my mental health got bad. And I would like save them to my Dropbox, get Dropbox on my iPod, and read them in bed when I was like trying to fall asleep. Let me look at my notes. Yeah. Here's the thing, is that I could only write these tropes with those two characters. I could not write them with any other characters. It would feel so uncomfortable if like I started to like think about like any other person. It was like, cause I could imagine like this girl comforting this guy being sick, like all I wanted. The second somebody tells me they're feeling a little sniffly in real life, no. And it's like, I could not write that trope about anybody else. It was only those two OCs. Like,
I have a question for you. How far do you go for your hurt comfort? Is it only ever like them being sick?
What do you mean? Like, do they like hook up?
No. So the kind of hurt comfort that I read is like a lot of like everything basically is like things will get worse before they get better kind of vibes.
Oh yeah, no, I would drag it out.
Okay.
I would drag it out. And like, yeah, and it's like to the point where like it was what did I call it in my notes? It would occasionally cross over into romance and sometimes smut, but like after I like became more religious my senior year of high school, I stopped the smut part of it. But I would still like, it was an addiction writing those hurt comfort things. Like I remember there was one day I was like sitting in my 6th period class and I had drama club rehearsal after school, and I was like, I am gonna ditch drama club rehearsal today. I'm just gonna tell them that I can't go, and I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna write hurt comfort fics, because I couldn't write them at school. We didn't have Chromebooks then. Yeah. So I was like, I was thinking about this scene I wanted to write. I'm gonna go home and write this instead of going to drama club rehearsal. And then my friend texted me, she's like, hey, I'm sick, I need you to tell them that I can't come to rehearsal. And I was like, well, dang it, now I gotta go. And so I went to rehearsal, and I was just like thinking like all the things I judged my friends for senior year, and I was fully going to skip drama club rehearsal to write like borderline smut hurt comfort fan fiction about these OCs.
Borderline next reader at that point.
Right. That's the thing, is like at that point my senior year, they were so far removed from me and that guy. Like they've been through so many like rewrites and reiterations of
they became
like,
the OCs.
Yeah,
they became clones.
So far removed. Yeah, and I did, when I was writing smut, there was one time, Miss Carter, if you're watching this, you're about to learn some lore. I was writing this, like, to be fair, the smut that I wrote sophomore year of high school was like, we were kissing and we started touching and then our clothes came off. ... And after we were done, like that's,
so you're writing like No, not.
Yeah, like, it was not graphic.
You were writing Fade to Black.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was whatever you just said, yeah. It was not graphic at all, but I had this new notebook that I got, and I was doing my thing where I was like, I'm gonna fill out this whole notebook with the same story. And it was this, you know, hurt comfort turning into smut kind of thing.
Yep.
And so I was writing that in my English class, and as I was packing up to leave, my teacher, Miss Carter, came up to me, she's like, I have that exact same notebook. I almost took it off your desk because I thought it was mine. And that was the last day I ever wrote smut in class, ever in my life. Like, to be fair, if any teacher were to find that, like, she was probably the most chill. But I was not willing to risk it at all after that.
To tell me better, I wrote high school. I wrote fanfiction in high school. My best friend, he wrote, maybe I won't say exactly what, because I don't know if he'll see this, but I don't think he will, but it's fine. He wrote graphic smut during a youth class in a notebook that we would both be writing our silly fics. I'd be writing my silly Chrome X Robin Fire Emblem Awakening fanfic, and then I'd look over and then he'd have his very graphic gay, wasn't Destiel, it was a different supernatural fanfiction that I was like, wow, I'm so glad our teacher during our senior year just knew, like, we got our work done and then we would write our own things, and so I'm so glad that she knew not to read what we were writing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've been talking this whole video, so I'm just gonna like wrap up my thing and then turn it over to you and probably start a new recording because I can't see what we're at, but I bet it's close. But yeah, one thing I will say is that I, like, those OCs, like, were like, I still like I have like very few characters left in the things that I still write who were like inspired by like 7 degrees of separation from those characters. Like, it's like teeny like that much, but like there's still remnants of their dynamic in some of the characters that I write now. Like in University Story, there's a couple of Marion and Shane, and their story comes through more in the companion novel. That's not the one that's gonna come out next year.
Yeah.
But their dynamic was very much inspired by like a certain number of degrees of separation from those OCs that I made my junior year, sophomore year,
high school.
Like, they're so far removed though. I'm telling you, like, they're so far removed. Like, if I showed something I wrote about them to sophomore year of high school Liv, or even junior year of high school Liv, she'd be like, who the hell are these people and why did we start writing? Because it's not like physical hurt comfort, but it's more like emotional hurt comfort. Like, it has gone through a lot and she's like there for him that way. And I'm like, when did we start writing about that? Like, who are these people? Who are you people? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna restart the recording and then you say your thing. I have been talking so much. I feel like I wanted to make sure I got through my notes and I just didn't stop.
You're right. You're fine. So with hurt comfort and that's not where the tail goes. The tail goes behind you.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't know.
Anyway.
You were saying?
With hurt comfort, I read a lot more, but basically I feel like any kind of fic is hurt comfort if it has like a conflict and resolution, in my opinion. Some people might not agree with me. I don't care if you don't, because I'm right. But for me, it's like I love writing conflict. It's one of my favorite things ever, and that's causes problems because I've talked about this before, where I will write conflict and then be like, and then I have to solve it. I don't.
And you don't want to solve it.
I don't know how to resolve it.
You just want to drag it out.
I don't know how to resolve this conflict I've created, which is what I'm running into one of my books that I'm writing, that I started writing. I was like, you know, put a pin in that. I'll shift to my second novel so that I don't have to figure out the conflict that I've created in my first one. But that's why I read. I think I read so much hurt, no comfort. Is because I'm like,
that you don't have to solve it.
I don't have to solve it. And it's like, even just reading it, I'm like, I sometimes, because I read a lot of enemies to lovers, but this is my soapbox, actual enemies to lovers and not like rivals to lovers, but like actively trying to kill each other, actively trying to like just has hurt people in the past, like full on. That if you have enemies to lovers and then have hurt no comfort, they go hand in hand. Especially if you have mix of like Stockholm syndrome in there and stuff. But there is, like, as someone who reads a lot of hurt no comfort, I have to be in a specific mood for it. Like, I'm not reading it because it's my hurt no comfort is I'm mentally ill and I want to feel something that's not good feelings.
Ooh, you know, I feel that because there would be phases where like the idea of writing the hurt comfort about those OCs would gross me out, and I'd be like, I don't want to do that. Like that's so weird that I write that. I like don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. But then like my mental health would get a certain way again, and I'd be like, well, here we go.
We're jumping in again. Because I'm like trying to think of the fics that I've written. And it's like, I guess there's like, in one of my Danny Bakes one, there's a bit of hurt no comfort, or yikes.
Does he like burn his hand on the stove?
No, there's, no. It's the one I talked about it last video of the one where he gets kidnapped by Rollo.
Oh, okay.
Where it's like, I guess there's a bit of like hurt in there and then comfort afterwards, but it's nothing, basically, when I think of hurt, it's emotional hurt, but also it's, for me, in my brain, it's more like actual physical violence. Hurt. No, like comfort. And so it's like they physically got hurt and so then they're being nursed back to health, or
Sorry, give me 1 second. You can keep talking, I just have to reply to this.
Or they're just, because a lot of the hurt no comfort that I read, or hurt comfort, it's all intermixed, is I read a lot of Harry Potter fanfiction and I read a lot of My Hero Academia fanfiction. So there's a lot of action in those two categories. That, yes, in the Danny Phantom Batman fics that I read, there is a bunch of that. There's one really good series. Let me find it.
I think you just have a folder of those on your homepage.
Yeah, I'll show the camera my homepage. I don't know if you can see it. Oh,
like me with my Dropbox in high school.
Is just all of my bookmarked AO3 tabs. So I have all of my crossovers and then different fandoms, and I have favorites completed and then favorites uncompleted. Anyway, so it's Danny Phantom Batman crossover. It's called But I Want to Be Let In, Not Out by The Writing Owl, and it's one of my absolute favorites. I go back and reread it all the time. It is the trope where Damien and Danny are twins and they got separated at birth. Or not at birth, but they got separated somehow. I don't exactly.
No, I'll link that in the description actually if anybody is curious.
Yes, and I think you can read it for it. I don't think it's locked. Okay. Yeah, so you can read it without an account.
Send me the link though, because I don't know how to search for stuff.
Let me do that right now.
Yeah.
And shout out if, I don't know if The Writing Owl will ever see this, but if you do, I'm such a big fan of that. It literally is so good. And that is their story is a really, really good example of a lot of like emotional hurt and then sometimes even physical hurt, but like the comfort that happens. That's the thing. I think so many people like hurt comfort because the comfort part of it, they read the comfort part of it because
you're like, no, I like the hurt.
Yeah, I like the hurt. But because the like tooth rottingly fluff, it's like do I also just only read fluff? Yes. I know that's shocking.
You gotta be in the right mood for it though.
Yeah, but you gotta be in the right mood. And sometimes fluff makes me sad because I'm a single. But like, so when I'm reading like...
So if you're out there, no.
But it's one of those things where sometimes like it's called tooth achingly like fluffy because it's like tooth rottingly. It's so sweet that sometimes you just gotta... And I think also it's not realistic when it's like, and then everything is butterflies and rainbows. Yeah. And so you gotta have some, and then the butterflies are on fire. Ooh.
Yeah, like I like when it's like just that like realistic balance of like there's enough hurt but there's enough comfort. There's not too much of either.
Yeah.
Because if it's too much comfort, then I'm like, it gives me the ick. I'm like, ew, like this is too cheesy.
It's too cheesy. I can't handle it.
Yeah. Cheesy like the cheesy bread I gave you.
But. Yeah, that's all
what I'm doing with this tale.
That's, I think, all mine.
But yeah.
I think that's all. It's okay. I talked more on this one.
Okay. I just feel bad because like I talk on this channel all the time and you're only here sometimes.
That's okay.
I also know that I have a main character complex and I like to talk about myself, and I have since I was a kid because I'm an only child, and you're not. You're very much not.
Yeah, I'm 1 of 10 Number 7. Lucky number 7.
Yep. And it is lucky because we became bestest friends.
Bestest friends.
Yeah. The outtakes are gonna go crazy for this video. Yeah. Let's see, we should do like questions. Like, I don't know, like what, do you have limits with your hurt comfort? Like, are there aspects of hurt comfort that you just will not touch? Like with me, I will not do like food poisoning kind of stuff.
No.
I don't know why I laughed like that.
So I was trying to think, maybe murder, and I was like, no, I've read hurt comfort murder, so.
This is just like the average car conversation between us.
Yeah.
So like that's why I'm like reacting like this. So like, yeah, that's on par.
This I can say because it's not as red flag as the other ship that I read. I read Tom Harry, if that gives any indication for anything. So I'm not going to say what
everything I know about that ship I know because of them against my will.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say what ship it is. So if you know what Tom Harry is, you know, and if you don't, you can look it up and then be horrified. I will preface though, the Tom Harry I read, they are the same age.
Oh yeah, everybody has to be of consenting age. The thing is, like, when I wrote the OCs when I was in high school, I was also in high school, so it's like they were like my age canonically.
Yeah, I cannot read, so I read a lot of My Hero Academia fanfiction, and they're in high school, but I don't, well, first of all, just as a base, I don't read smut, so like that's just a rule I have from it, just, you know, personal preference. So I don't have to run into that because they're high schoolers, so I don't have to like run into that, but like with like, basically my hurt no comfort, if they're underage, I don't read romance hurt no comfort. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's like if I were to write characters that were derivative of them that were teenagers now, like I would still in my head picture them as my age. Like as I'm writing them literally in high school, I'd be like, they're my age. But like I wouldn't write smut about them because like there's no place in YA for smut.
Yeah.
If you think otherwise, I'm concerned about what's on your hard drive. But yeah, so it's like, I don't know, like when I write them kissing and stuff, like the characters that are derivative of, I mean, Marion and Shane in University Story are like, they're in college or juniors in college. The older I get, the less I want to write those scenes between teenage characters because I'm just like, you know, well, why? I'm saying way too much. We're already like 45 minutes of outtakes with 20 minutes of video.
I mean, if that's not the Cal and Liv dynamic, I don't know what it is.
I'm tailing you. So we like,
oh my god, that should be the thumbnail of just something and then no, but like just the one shot of you doing something and then the shot of just my what's the word I want, like just like, I don't know the word I want, but it's fine, like straight face of the like passiveness of like, wow.
Yeah, all right, wait, I know how I'm gonna end this video. Wait, first I have to say that I am very close to 100 subscribers, which is insane to me. I have an idea of what I'm gonna do to celebrate once I get there, assuming I get there. I don't just cap out at 93, but yeah, I have an idea of what I wanna do. So if you are feeling so inclined to subscribe, then you might get a little special video next week or the week after, so. Yeah, it's something, I'll just say what it is. I'm gonna read the first chapter of Violet's novel, the line edited version that is still pending copy edits, but I'm gonna read the first chapter for y'all.
So you gotta get her to 100 yep. so I can know what that says.
Yeah, anyway.
Yikes.
If you like what you see, I'm a little bad kitty today, so let me just de-furry myself real quick. The thing is, I actually do own these. No, it was a deer costume I bought to impress him when I was in college. No, these were because I was gonna be Sexy Patrick for Halloween in 2021, but I also needed a costume I could wear to work as a middle school teacher. So I just bought the first set of animal ears I saw at the Target dollar spot, and they happened to be a fox. And so I was Snapchatting my friends all day. I'm like, you know what? This might be a look. Like, I'm not saying I'd pursue it, but I'd be a cute furry.
Anyway,
I have to go wipe this crap off my nose. Happy Halloween. It's like November 3rd when they're seeing this.
It's fine. Happy Halloween. Well, yeah, we can say we filmed this on Halloween.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween, you guys.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back. I don't know when you'll be here next, but I'll be back.
Well, our next time we're hanging out is December. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah. We just film every single time we hang out from now on. Honestly, it saves me time having come up with an idea for that week.
Yeah, and then I can think of the topic.
Yeah, you pick the topic for our next collab. Okay, bye!